What's going on, everybody? Thanks for tuning back into Ziv Gaming. Hope you guys are doing great. Today I wanted to talk about what is it that I wanted to talk about? I'm actually forgetting what I wanted to talk about now. What did I want to talk about? Yes, weapons. Different style weapons and what they kind of do. I'm going to explain to you guys pretty much, the three styles of weapons that are currently in the game as of right now. So there's your sword and shield, which is what I'm using right now. There is the hammer, which is this guy. And there is the axe. If I can find somebody on the leaderboards here for you guys that is currently using an axe. Dro. And that's the axe there. So I'm just going to explain to you a little briefly first about what exactly the difference is on those three weapon skills. Now, I kind of just spoiled that for you. There are three weapon skills. There's sword and shield, which is the fencing heavy skill, the fencing weapon skill, sorry. There is an axe, which is the piercing weapon skill, and then there's hammer, which is the heavy weapon skill. Now, all three are different in their own way. Sword and shield is going to be, I'm going to show you here. So your sword and shield, as you can see, so the sword has 516 attack, 211 accuracy. Now the shield that you also get to use, because it's a dual, your sword takes one hand, your shield takes one hand. The shield is going to give you a plus 145 block rating. Sorry, a plus 140, I don't know where I am at today. My head is somewhere else. You're going to get a plus 145 defense rating and a plus 365 block rating. So the block gives you that chance of that person missing, and that defense gives you that mitigation. So if somebody hits a 1200 on a minion or a mob, when they hit you, they might only hit you for 600, right? It mitigates that damage and knocks it down. Now axe. If we look at the axe, so let's go over to Dro, he uses an axe. It's going to have a slightly higher attack. You're going to have plus 595 attack, but you also get that additional accuracy bonus. So you get that plus 324 accuracy. So the axe is going to be more accurate than the sword and shield. As I can show you here, the sword and shield is only plus 211 accuracy, and the axe is plus 324 accuracy. So you get a little bit more damage, not much, a little bit more, but you get a lot more accuracy, right? You get that plus 325 accuracy. Now, if I go over to Chow, he's actually equipped a hammer. Now, the hammer is going to be your heavy hitter, right? It's going to give you that plus 793 attack and that plus 211. Now, these are all the max weapons, right? They're all going to be different on the way down the armor train. So bronze hammers is obviously going to be better than or more. It's going to be more powerful than a sword or an axe, right? It's going to be the same way, the same concept for every different armor type and every type of gear. But I'm just going to be touching on the max gear, the highest tier gear that you can get, and this is what I'm showing you: the Dianium +2 weapons. So yeah, hammer plus 793 attack and plus 211 accuracy. So it's going to have the same accuracy as the sword, which is plus 211. The hammer's plus 211, but you get that additional 200 or so damage. In sacrifice, the hammer, you don't get the block. In axe, you don't get the block, right? So you're sacrificing these things for different elements. So if you want that sword and shield, you're gonna want to be more of a, maybe someone who can take a hit a little bit more, and somebody that isn't so squishy, I'd like to say. Not as much as a glass cannon. Somebody that will hit like a cannon but break like glass, right? But none of these weapon skills are better than each other. They're all good in their own ways, and they can all be built differently, right? If you're sword and shield, you might want to have some defense, because that defense scales well with that shield. You get that block. That block is going to help you a lot in PvE and PvP. Now, when you're using a hammer, you're gonna hit real hard. You're gonna be able to kill mobs faster, meaning you're gonna be able to get that XP faster than everybody else. But the thing is, you're gonna be consuming food more often because you don't have that defense, you don't have that block, and you're gonna get hit a lot more often. So your defense and your defense zone of your character is not gonna be up to tier with those ones with the sword and shield. The thing is, it all balances out because that sword and shield doesn't hit as hard as your hammer. So that extra damage on the hammer, I don't even know what the word is, whatever word, you guys probably know what word I'm looking for. It kind of compares itself, it kind of evens out with the sword and shield because the heavy damage, see, I'm trying to look for that word again. But you know what I'm saying, right? They all three different weapon skills are unique and great in their own way, right? It depends on what type of player you are, what kind of time you have, how much attention you pay to your phone. Like me myself, I don't pay a lot of attention to my phone. I like to sit at a spot and grind and not need to eat very often, right? If you are that person that wants to hit hard and kill a mob in 2 hits, you're gonna want to go heavy, or you're gonna want to go axe, because you'll be able to hit real hard and chop down enemies and players real fast. But the thing is, you're gonna have to have a lot of attention to the game because you're gonna be constantly smashing this food button right here on the right hand side, because you're gonna constantly be needing to eat, meaning you're gonna have to be buying food or supplying yourself with food by fishing and cooking, right, a lot more often than those with SNS, the sword and shield with block. They don't, like, I can cook as fast as I eat, so it evens out. That's why I'm so in love with my build, right, because I don't need to try very hard to play, right? I can cook at my slow speed, and when I'm ready, I will collect my fish and I will eat it, and by the time I'm done eating that food, my new fish will be cooked and ready to go. It all works out well. Whether when you're a heavy like a hammer or an axe, you're gonna like eat at least probably 200 fish in an hour very easily. The thing is, certain fish take hours, so 4 or 5, sometimes 8 hours to cook if you're up to the highest tier, and you're gonna be running out of food. You're gonna be relying on your credits, the cash that you make to buy food cooked already, and that can be very expensive. So that's why I got kind of hooked on this sword and shield, because one, I'm a very defensive player, and 2, I like to touch on all different aspects of the game. I like to be tanky, I like to give a little bit of damage, I like to be able to tank a boss, and I still like to PvP. And I can tell you this right now, for those who tell you, oh, you need to go hammer, you need to go axe if you want to be a DPS, or you want to be a good PvPer or PKer, don't listen to them. I literally have barely any strength. I'm more tank than anything, and I still take down players who have 200 strength or 150 strength or 200 dexterity. This game balances itself really well at this point, but it's just a matter of picking what path pretty much you want to take. But all in all, there's a lot coming into the game. There's gonna be a lot of changes. Like I said, archery, magic, it's all coming very soon, probably within the next couple months, maybe the next month, who knows, maybe even sooner. I don't know, I'm just giving my opinion. And like I said, that's gonna change and have a lot of different balancing issues with the game, and things are gonna change, right, because this game is very new. So don't get hooked on a build, don't try to stress out about a build. But if I were to tell you this now, no build, from my point of view, no build is weak. The reason why there's a skeptical and a stereotype about a build that's 125, 125, 125 in all 3 stats, in attack, in strength, in dexterity, and in defense. The stereotype is because you can hit max level the fastest out of any build, because the amount of XP it takes to get to 125 strength and 125 dex and 125 defense is faster than getting 250 strength or 100 attack or 100 dexterity. It's very, that process is very slow, because you start getting higher into the numbers, and that XP bar gets bigger and bigger each level. So the reason why this 125 balance build skeptical is the stereotype is, you know, people are like, oh, don't go balance, don't go balance. You know what? The only reason you're weak when you're 125 right through is because you got to 120 fast and your weapon skill is low. You don't have that XP behind that build for that weapon skill. So what happens is that you're kind of behind on the weapon skill. And weapon skill, what it does is it enhances your attack and your accuracy each level. It doesn't touch your defense or block, but it does increase your attack and your accuracy very so slightly. But over those course of levels, from 1 to 373, somebody with 200 weapon skill and somebody with 350, that person with 350, no matter if he's a balance build, dex build, he's going to be stronger than you. Weapon skill and vitality, which is vitality is your health. Those two are the main key components of this game and what changes the balance and you know, contributes to other people winning against others. But the thing is, at the end of the day, it is RNG, which is random number generator, and sometimes somebody just gets the luck of the draw and gets a few hits that are better than yours, and that's just how it goes, right? But I hope this, you know, this kind of info guide slash video, you know, kind of give you a little bit of a foot in the door, and you know, for those new players starting out, I hope that helped you. And if you guys have any questions at all, you know, shoot me a message in game or leave a comment below in the comment section, and I'll be happy to, you know, give you a reply on what my opinion is. But like I said, don't listen to those stereotypes. If you guys honestly have a question, ask me, ask somebody in the guild war or anybody else, but don't try to listen to stereotypes saying, you know, balance builds suck, because that stereotype is out there. And like I said, and this is a kind of a spoiler if you watch to the end of this video, Ziv, he was balanced. I did tweak it just a bit, but when I first got 120, I was balanced. And I'm still beating people who aren't balanced. So it is possible. Keep your head up and keep up the grind, guys. So like I said, leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you guys are notified about upcoming updates, upcoming uploads. And don't forget to smash that bell icon right beside the subscribe button, just so you guys are notified when my video is actually posted. But anyways, guys, take care, stay mega, and you know, have a great weekend, have a great day, night, wherever you guys are, whatever time it is. Just enjoy yourself, enjoy life, and enjoy the grind. Take care, guys. Peace.